Good afternoon. My name is Darian Beavers, and with me today is
Allie.
And with us today is SS Hanami. Do you guys want to go around and go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Robbie.
Or not?
Andrew.
Jimmy.
Alright, I think we got that.
Cool. Hope we got it. We want to thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to sit here and interview with us and everything. We heard you guys had a show last night. How was it?
It's great. Had a lot of fun. I think we made the best of it.
That's
Yeah.
good. And
It was a lot of fun.
The crowd was pleasing.
Oh yeah.
They're really into it, yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, that is. That's
And
that's
you have
really
another
good.
one today at
4 o'clock.
4
4
o'clock.
o'clock.
Are you
Alright.
hoping this one will be 10 times as much or
Of course.
We're trying to make it 20% cooler.
20% cooler? Awesome.
Are you planning anything suspicious? Something fun?
This guy. I'm always a surprise.
Bow ties are sneaky.
I wanted to bring in a sleigh with reindeer that the pond
Oh,
wouldn't let us.
that would have been cool.
Yeah,
Nice Christmas song,
exactly,
special.
yeah.
Whatever.
I guess not everyone's in the holiday spirit.
I don't know. How long have you guys been together?
Well, I don't know about you three, but
Our first time the three of us were together was Chibi Pa in, I want to say, 2009.
yeah.
Ah.
And Nat, who plays guitar, wasn't in the band at the time. He joined
It's about a year ago.
about a year
About a
ago.
year
It was
ago?
November of a year ago.
Oh, wow.
So originally you guys started off with just 3 members?
No,
we had kind of a, gun for hires on guitar.
No.
People filling
So
in.
just random
Yeah,
people
yeah.
every now and then?
And then we finally found
Permanent guy?
A permanent guy?
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're not a random person no more, you're permanent.
Yeah.
So you're the
sticking
perfect fit.
someone really good. And we don't pay them.
Oh,
to. That's even
oh,
better.
that's even better. I mean,
and no pay.
Did we
so you
pay
guys
the
are
other
like a
guy?
family, sort of, now?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We prefer to think of it as like polygamous marriage.
Ah,
All married to each
interesting.
other and can marry other people.
Yeah. Wait, so who's the husband?
Only one of us. Everyone.
The one with the beard.
The one with the
That makes
beard.
sense.
So
does.
how did you all meet, first of all?
I met him at Chibi Pop.
Yeah, high school. I met him at high school.
Robert bit me.
Yeah, the first interaction I had with him, we were in a
Your chair.
geography class. He took my chair.
7th grade.
Seventh
Oh
grade.
wow, you guys know each other for a
so
while then.
I don't have much behind my fists, but
Yeah.
I bit him
Ooh.
in his arm.
Ouch.
And from then on,
Became friends later.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
then I met Andrew through Jimmy because they play in another band together,
Yeah.
My Dearest Friend, and I met Nat through conventions.
Wow. Conventions are always the best place to meet people.
They are. I've
yeah,
met most of my closest
That's
friends.
Yeah.
It's kind of my favorite part of being just meeting people. Yeah.
Same here. Like, that's always the best part is, like, you meet people and you're like, wow, I would have never known that we could have been friends because normally you wouldn't see someone as who they are unless you go to a con.
Right. See people cosplaying and see what they're into.
Yeah.
Like it, yeah. Pretty cool environment.
I'd wear this every day if I could.
Same here. If I could wear this to work every day, I would.
Sometimes I do.
Oh,
what
really?
does your boss say about that?
I'm my own boss.
Oh, even better.
Interesting.
I had a question.
That badass remark. My own boss. Leaps off the ledge.
The laws of nature. Laws of nature.
Do not apply it to him.
Well,
many
since we're on the
cons have this
subject. Yeah.
Have we performed at?
Perform that, been to. Let's go perform that so far.
I couldn't.
Dude, I want to say at least a dozen.
Is that?
Oh, wow.
Way more than that.
20 of them.
20?
Yeah.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
We try to perform at like one convention a month, and then there will be month breaks in between.
Yeah.
And then we'll get like 2 cons in a month.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Do you guys just sell yourself, or do they call you personally?
It varies. Depends on how it happens.
Depends
Like
on-
a lot of times we'll go to a con and we'll meet people who like our music, and they'll end up running cons. Know people who run cons, and they'll give us a card, or they'll get us in contact with someone from the person who's running the con. They're at the con that we're at. We'll just go from there.
Ah.
It's actually funny because our first show was the guy who runs Chibi Pa asked us to perform, and like we might not even be together the way we are now if he hadn't have asked us to perform. Because then I would have.
The only reason there was a band put together is because
Was
of that
because
show.
he- 'cause
The
I'm
guy
like-
asked him.
Yeah, because I had
It's
a
like, oh, okay, I better get a band.
I had one song recorded with studio musicians, just
Yeah.
friends that I paid money, and then he's like, hey, does your band want to play? I'm like, I'm the only one, and so I asked these guys, and they just
We were already playing together.
Yeah.
And so
Oh,
He comes
wow.
along and say, I sing. Let's
Yeah.
go ahead and do it.
it's like, hey, I booked a show.
I don't
So
have
you kinda
anybody.
have to do
We were
this.
friends. I knew of
Yeah.
the project and everything. I had heard it. And,
So it moved on from there?
Yeah, we're just learning.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got a show out of it and everything,
Yeah,
so
it was fun.
it worked out.
yeah.
Wow.
That was one of, I think the first one was one of our funnest too, because it was the first time
Yeah.
I ever been to a con.
That's always the best. It's like you have that excitement where you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? You start playing and then people start getting into it and then you get more into it and then you're just like,
Especially with
I
that
need
show,
this.
That was just,
Yeah.
we got
Chibi Paw's
lucky
always
with
the
it being
best
a very good one to come into.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, Chibipa 09 was my first convention. And I
Really?
saw you. And I thought you were really cool because like I was like, hot pink hair on a guy? That's really cool. And then like out of nowhere, I was like, music? And I saw you playing. I was like, is it a... Well, that explains the pink hair.
Oh, on the pink hair, is there a reason why you dyed it pink?
I just like it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Really, yeah.
Next question.
No, I wish there's not really a deeper meaning.
Awesome. So on the subject of jobs, if you guys weren't in this, what would you be doing now?
Well, I work
I'd be
full-time
dead.
at Barnes & Noble.
I don't know. This is not the point of my life.
Yeah? The point of your life is music?
Music.
That's all
I'm
you
not-
want to do?
I'm not doing music. I'm not working in this band. I don't know what I do.
But
Ah.
basically, we just want to have jobs to sustain this. Anything else is just settling, really.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what Andrew does still, so if you could get it out of him.
Yeah, I would
He's
like to
like-
know.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
like the Barney
paperwork for
Stinson of the
hitmen.
group.
No, I
Could
provide
you cut this
medical
part out
services
later?
for the government.
Oh.
He can test P now.
I can collect fee.
Like
So if you guys ever have a problem,
I now have a license to do so.
Oh, wow. That's,
Good for you, man. Good
Next
for you.
question.
that's kind of scary.
we never speak of this ever again now.
Never.
Sorry, my band keeps harassing you guys.
Oh, no, it's totally fine.
Oh,
It's,
I'm sorry. This band that allows me to hang out with them.
Well, you asked that one already.
Yeah.
Do you see SS Hanami going any further? Like, what do you hope to get out of this? Is it just for fun, or do you want to be mainstream?
I mean, I'd love to be mainstream. I would sell out at the drop of a hat, like sell out. No,
yeah,
I mean,
I get what you're saying.
well, it's like a lot of my favorite bands. You know, they in interviews they say stuff like, "Man, I never pictured the band going here. You know, or becoming so big." Like, I don't think I'll ever be able to say that because I have such a big imagination.
Right.
When I write these songs, I see us performing it in like an arena.
Yeah.
Ah.
So it's like, unless they put us on like a space base on the moon and broadcast us to Earth, I'm never gonna hit where I want to be with the band.
Perfect
So
world though is we don't have to do anything else and make money.
yeah,
Ah.
and it's just fun. Like we were talking the other day. Like I feel like in a sense, we've already made it in the sense that we're all able to make music together that we love making and have 4 musicians in a band who love making the music. Now it's just a matter of getting more people to listen, more exposure, more resources to do what we like doing.
Yeah, I mean, like we want a community. We want to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the convention sort of thing where it's a
Exactly.
following.
It's like a mold.
Hanami Con.
That would be a
Hanami-Con.
cool
I
thing.
there's already a Hanami-Con, I believe.
Aw.
You know what
We can put an SS in front of it, totally different. Change the whole
Well,
thing up.
that's what we did, is because I originally wanted to call the band Hanami, which is the Japanese word for cherry blossom viewing. But there's already so much stuff named that, including like an indie band somewhere in the world, and I was just like, stick the SS in front of it.
Yeah. Now it's completely different. No one can ever try to get you for copyright infringement.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Do you ever think about doing anything besides cons? Like actually, like maybe going to like Warped Tour or any of that type of stuff where they want
Yeah.
to, like bands to perform for them?
We do.
You do? Oh, you do?
We perform at venues that aren't cons. A majority of our shows are convention shows. We're putting on a
That's the
masquerade.
crowd that likes it.
Yeah.
We've played
The
for,
most?
You know, we've played venues that you just show up as a regular rock band.
And how are they compared to like the con people
Not
and
anywhere near as good.
Not anywhere near as good because they're probably like, what is this?
My general
Imagine, like-
experience is that people like start out like not quite sure what
it
it
is.
is, but then I get comments from people that I know who went to the show are like, man, you know, that was really good. I want to see that again. So I do think we have a good shot at actually performing outside of cons and having a real following, like AFI.
Yeah, I can see that happening too. You guys are like really good at what you do. Like,
Thanks.
I mean, I listened to some of your songs. Like, my favorite one personally is Eternal Autumn. I don't know why, just something about it just hit me. And I was just like, and like, I just felt it. I was like, I need to see more of them. They need to be bigger. Like, why aren't they?
Like us on Facebook.
I think that every day.
I do.
You like us on Facebook.
So you guys just released an album, right? Correct?
In June, yes.
Tell me about it. Like, how hard was the process, and how did you pick the songs for it? 'Cause I'm pretty sure you have more than the ones you actually wrote
Yeah.
and everything. How did you pick which songs you wanted to go on the album?
Well, like me, I usually have anywhere about a dozen songs like on the back burner in various states of completion, and you know, I'll pull one out, work on one, put it back, and then whichever song. Sometimes I'll really be feeling one song, so
Yeah.
I'll focus on that. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this one done, and then I mean, our songwriting process now that Nat's in the band is basically Nat and I get together once a week and bring stuff to work on, you know, ideas we have, and we
Stuff we've
Right.
written all over the course of the week, and then we bring it together.
write and work on it. And then once we have a basic song with the structure and most of the lyrics in place, then we bring it to those guys, and they can.
So they're the ones who write the music. You guys write the lyrical concept. for
No,
it.
No. They write the melodies and the
Melodies.
musical on, guitar and vocals and
Yeah.
synth and all that. And then basically they loosely structure it and bring it to us, and then we all work together to
Work on the song.
And
Ah.
feel like how it should be.
We're
And
drums and bass, so we kind of help tie it all back together.
Yeah, so you feed off of what they give you, and then from then on, you guys.
It started that way naturally, and now we just kind of.
That's always
Gotta
better
go
when
have
it
it
starts
going.
naturally.
well, like for example, like the song Callipolis on the CD. Originally, when I'd written it before I'd brought it to them, what is the bridge on the album was a pre-chorus. So it went like verse, pre-chorus, chorus. And that sounded great to me, but then when I brought it to the guys and you have drums and bass, we're like, oh, that's way too long.
Right.
This part needs to be a part of its own, so we made that the bridge, and it just went straight from the verse to the pre-chorus. But then other parts, with the bass and drums, we might realize, oh wow, this part feels like it could even go longer. And so like
Yeah.
the guitar solo at the beginning of that song ended up being twice as long because our guitarist at the time came up with a solo just jamming in practice, and I was like, oh, I like that.
Right.
And then Andrew was playing a different drum beat, so he switched up drum beats for that part. And so that's just a basic idea. I mean, there pretty much with every song something like that happens.
Okay.
It shows that you guys are flexible, because I know in most bands there's usually what the main leader says, sometimes it goes.
Yeah.
That's how they want it. Do you have any advice for people who
Yeah, I mean,
who want to do a band, who are like in that mindset where they say goes?
Well, I mean, we'll discuss stuff and we'll go through stuff, and even we'll argue about stuff in practice. I mean, but
I usually don't.
to the sense of, yeah.
Who does the most arguing?
Yeah,
Are you-
yeah, but it's good because I mean, another practice on one of the newer songs, we spent probably 15 minutes because I was like, okay, you should do this double hit on Zero Talent.
Right.
Like, you should do this double hit so that the second hit falls on the downbeat. And I think you wanted to do the double hit so that the first hit fell on the downbeat. The accent, you're like, that doesn't feel right. And so we went back and forth. I'm like, hey, Nat, what do you think? Jimmy, what do you think?
And they're both
Jimmy's like, I don't want to be in this.
We're both just like, boom, perfect. These two fight.
Yeah, basically.
I'm just here
I have a
to draw.
drumstick in my eye by the end of practice.
Well, that's the best way to actually get things done. Is if you don't fight, it's just going to be there. Because when you fight, you get more out, and it's a lot easier to fix things. Yeah.
And what works is that we know we can fight each other, and then 5 minutes later we don't care.
Yeah, you're like hugging, and you're like, all right.
We're
Yeah.
in another
Yeah.
band together too, so we know
how to work,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
how we think.
You know how you
One of
work,
us is
yeah.
angry, we move on.
And like the way those two click together, you just get we get the coolest parts that like Nat and I never even imagined. Like verse
Right.
2 of Another Yesterday, where
It's this total breakdown.
is
with
this
drums
like-
and just bass, and they just.
Oh,
carry it
wow.
along.
yeah, and those two just kind of came up with that,
Yeah.
and that we hadn't even imagined the song. So it's almost cool because once I've been working on a song for maybe a month or two or even longer,
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired of it a little bit, and then it brings it to them, and new life is breathed
Yeah,
into it.
that's fun. That's always fun.
And sometimes I don't want to change stuff, and that's where a lot of the tension comes. I'm like, I don't want this part here. I imagined it this way, but then sometimes I end up liking it, or sometimes I end up fighting
Yeah.
with it.
After you think about it and everything.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
how
fun,
it
though.
is. But most bands are like that. Like the singer's like, I want it this way. This is how I pictured it. This is how it's gonna happen. And the rest of the band like, but it would sound better if we do this. And that's a lot of the problems with like bigger bands, mainstream bands, is that they're always fighting. And if it's not the way that the singer or the guitarist or whatever wrote it, they don't normally stay together and the song sounds like crap and you're just like, but that's what's awesome about you.
Like that too.
Yeah, I mean, there's times you guys will be like that, but you guys work through it. That's the difference. You work through it and you're like, you know what, maybe, yeah, that sounds better. And that's why you guys are such an amazing band. And I know that's why I like you, is that you guys can actually, work on your music together and then it comes out. It's more feeling in the songs when you can actually work through it.
It's a great interview.
We don't talk about ourselves.
Just
Okay.
you talk about it.
Sorry.
No, that's great.
Blowing
I
them
really
up more,
appreciate
blowing
that.
them up.
That
more.
reminds me about emotions. Do any of your songs have like any personal attachment? Any, like,
Yeah.
what about them? Is there any personal experience in them?
Yeah, every one of the songs. In fact, yeah, I don't know.
Because
how-
I know I was curious.
Yes, they're all
100%.
I mean, there are lyrics and there are references in most of the songs that are understood only by either myself and one other person who's not in the band.
Ah,
And it's like nobody else is gonna get those references, but every time I sing them,
you
I
know what
they
it
mean.
is.
And
Yeah.
there might be one other person on the face of the
We
earth
all know
besides
what they
myself.
mean, Robert.
But that's because you guys are a close band, you know?
We are.
I
We
know
have
you.
like this hive mind.
This guy's been 12 years we've been friends.
So
Wow.
man, how do you feel being the new guy getting into a band that's, well, since they've been friends for a long time and you just got into it, how does that make you feel? Is it
Well-
awkward at times or like when they
I'll start
argue?
crying. Feels like therapy.
I mean, like, I click with these guys, It's
Told him not to
great
talk.
having people I can be
Yeah,
friends
just
with.
stay quiet, man. You're in.
When I first joined the band, the CD was like this close to being done. So after about a month of being in the band, the CD was out, and my mind was blown. This is my first band, so being in a band for a month and then CD was
Right.
mind blowing.
Wow.
Sorry, do you mind me cutting
Please,
you
please,
off?
please.
No, like one really cool thing about the CD is the last track on the CD. We recorded the whole CD, all the guitar parts with our previous guitarist, and then there was one guitar section on the last song that I wasn't really happy with, and I didn't really get across. So I asked Nat to record it, and he did. So there's some of the guitar parts
Are his.
on the last song on the CD. If you look at the credits, are played by Nat. And so
Ah.
it's cool. So
Kind of
like,
a good send off.
Yeah.
It really is, yeah.
And then you getting
Coming
a
into
brand
the
new
age
EP.
of SS Hanami.
yeah.
It's pretty. And you guys said you're also with another band as well, besides SS Hanami?
Yeah.
So-
My dearest friend.
With you being a full-time person at Barnes & Noble, you being something that we are not speaking of no more,
Being assistant.
how do you, find time for all that and everything?
It's not easy, man. You just have to. If you really care about it, it's all.
That's all that
pay to
matters.
play and-
We've lost many a girlfriend.
You don't need a
This thing we
girlfriend.
do.
You need your
We're very
music.
single because
Now we know. You have
That's
groupies.
how you do it.
I'm sure after this interview you'll have a lot of girlfriends.
You'll be beating them off with a
Fine, we
stick.
don't
if we're
already.
not at work, we're at the practice space, and if we're not at the practice space, we're working on music or writing. And if we're not doing that, we're sleeping or talking about what we're gonna write or play.
If we're not doing any of those things, then what the hell are we doing?
Exactly. So you guys are
Video
basically
games,
all
watching
about
anime.
music, right?
Yeah, it's kinda
That's
like
really
that.
good. I enjoy that musicians that are all about the music. Like, I don't like musicians that are like, I want girls, I want partying, I want to rock and roll. It's like, it's not
Drugs.
about that. It's about you, about the music, about you showing your fans, this is how I feel. Do you feel this way?
Give and take.
Yeah,
And girls never
that's what
liked
it
me
is.
growing up, so it wasn't very hard. It wasn't something
Aww.
It wasn't a rough transition.
What are they saying? What are the
When I
girls
say
saying
growing
now?
up, I mean girls don't like me.
Aw, why not? I like you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, they're gonna make out. Next
Oh.
question.
Sorry, I'm
She has a
engaged.
fiance. Rude. We're not like that, guys.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I get it all the time. Why are you engaged? You're so cute. I'm just like, sorry, I'll be a band groupie. They're like, I'm engaged to a band, guys.
You know, whatever.
All right.
Robert, talk some more.
So he's the main one, right? You guys
Well,
just stand here and you just let him go off?
We are his henchmen.
His lackeys.
Aww.
Oh,
Say a thing.
That's the
His
face.
instruments.
he plays you guys very well. You stand there and play. Do you mind if I ask you guys another question?
Yes!
Keep going, please.
Okay. Since you're in a different band, have you ever went to a show and ended up playing the wrong chorus to the wrong song?
Oh, at practice.
No.
I played, we have a song called A Pantheistic Epiphany, and it starts with just drums. And in Callipolis, there's a similar beat. And I started Callipolis at practice with this other beat, and nobody noticed. So it's very similar. Yeah, I didn't tell anybody either. 'cause
Oh,
I can't
wow.
take it. But,
No, never do that. Just
It's-
if
the
you
whole
know the
world
accident,
knows.
only you know.
Only
we
you'll
practice
know.
these songs so much and our songs so much that, you know, we
You don't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
anymore. You
It
just-
just-
Yeah, it just
play
happens.
And they're so different
Eventually, you just
structurally.
realize
Yeah,
your
yeah.
hands moving and go.
Wow.
So you just go up on stage and it more like it happens than I just, perform.
It's kind of cool.
So yeah, you guys just get up on stage and you have your instruments and then you just feel it, right?
Exactly.
Ah, that's
Do you ever
fun.
go up there with a set list like this is number 1 song, this is number 2 song, or just like whatever we feel like?
Usually
Oh,
That's always what
That's
we do.
usually what we do.
No.
For individual songs.
Ah.
Our other band tries to base it around tunings. This
But
one
you
doesn't
guys
care
don't?
for it, so if you notice
Ah.
every song, I'm going all over.
I've started to be more considerate.
E D C E D E D E.
Whichever one this one is
No,
today.
you didn't consider me at all.
Well, at least I took note of them.
Ah, there you
Then
go.
I
You
put
took
them on a
note.
piece of paper and set them aside and wrote the set list. I pretended to.
Laughed about a sipping wine.
These guys are gonna hate me after this.
He's
Might
gonna
not
break
change
a
my
string.
tunings.
In my den with my picture of the captain looking down.
Oh
Which
wow.
he really has. Make sure that's known.
Yeah, the captain.
Wow.
So he's probably done that many times before.
Man, you know what I really love about you guys is that you're so fun-loving.
We like to think so.
You know you really are.
Thank you.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow.
We never wanted to be pompous.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's good to be.
Pompous?
Like now.
Well, I mean, we totally are, but.
Okay, there you go. There you go. You got it out. You got it out.
I mean, we're one of my favorite bands at least.
That's good. No, that's good that you're your own favorite band.
You have
These are my best friends, and then the bassist in our other band is our other best friend.
Right, so we're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
You better.
everywhere.
If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right.
You can just say that about life.
True.
Yeah.
That's what I said earlier. Like my friend was like, I don't know what to do anymore. I was like, well, you know what? Like, no, we were crossing the street earlier, and you guys were like, you're gonna die. I was like, so what? It's life. Live it. Don't just sit there.
I'm wearing the wig anyway.
She understands.
I do understand. I mean, it all happened after I lost my father. Like, I was just like, you know what? Life goes on. I need to just stop. Because before I was just, whatever, I'm gonna worry about everything. And as soon as my dad was gone, I was just like, wow. You know what? I need to stop worrying about everything and just live my life and experience things rather than just sitting there.
If there's one thing you can get out of this interview,
It's
Live your life.
live your life and have fun.
Live your life, dream big.
True, you know, if you have a dream, go for it. And I mean, mine's to write, so script writing.
Do it.
So if you guys want to be in a movie,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
we're good at playing a band.
A
cool.
band that
I'm
fights
gonna write a
zombies.
movie about a band.
That fights off zombies.
Stop giving me ideas.
We like Walking Dead a lot.
Oh,
I don't watch it.
you have
So
to.
good.
I don't have time.
I watch Doctor Who.
Oh.
He's like, yes.
Which is your favorite doctor?
I started on David Tennant. I haven't been able to really watch any of the other ones because I don't have TV right now.
Tennant.
Tennant is my favorite. He is hilarious. But Matt Smith is also really good.
Yes.
He wears bow ties.
What?
I think
He
you could
totally
actually
did not
do
copy
it.
that off of him at all.
No, he kind of looks like him too.
I know.
You should do it.
I will.
Weren't
All
you
right.
the doctor for Halloween?
I'll be looking forward to it.
Yes, it's kind of the hairstyle.
Do it during the show.
That's a little late notice, but okay.
No, I'm not saying anytime
Okay.
recent.
I
Big
would love to.
custom drumsticks that are set up like sonic screwdrivers.
Yes.
You should. Wow, here
anyways.
we are interviewing him. Now we're giving him ideas about shows.
Just gonna. All right.
Well, this
Time
is
has been
terrible.
shattered.
Don't worry,
Chad,
we have
there's another
replacement
drumstick in
drumsticks.
I'll just go back to my regular drumsticks now. Be boring.
Not to imagine he uses them, smash them together, no drumsticks. Let's go.
That would be cool
Or
to
throw
see
them out
something
in the
like
crowd
that.
as a souvenir.
If there's some type of.
He's like thinking about it now. He's like, should I?
Yeah, I am. What?
I don't know what else we can say about you guys. I mean, we basically got everything out there. Is any special message you have for new fans, old fans, anyone listening?
Watch, listen, love.
True.
Like, subscribe.
Just have fun listening to us.
Just
Keep an open
That's
mind.
the only point is have fun, go nuts at our shows.
Yeah, yeah.
Run around, do flips or something.
Find what you love and let it kill you.
Ah, I like that one. That's deep. Okay.
Somebody else said it, I didn't think of it.
Oh. All right, well, let's do this one last time, introduce you guys, and then we'll sign off from this crazy interview. All right, we'll go down the line.
I'm Robbie.
I'm Nat. Andrew.
Jimmy.
All right,
Who you guys are?
We are SS Hanami.
We are SS Hanami.
SS.
Everyone do that different intervals.
SS Hanami.
I like that the dude that was the loudest.
Eternal Autumn was the first song that was recorded for SS Hanami. I didn't have any band members at the time. I sort of wrote the song myself and got friends to go in the studio and record it. In fact, I booked studio time without even having musicians. And because I figured I needed to have some sort of music to show people the kind of music I wanted to do. It was also the first song that I used the koto on, which is the 13-string Japanese harp. And so there's this nice section kind of in the middle of the song where everything stops and you just hear a campfire and the sounds of the forest and just a koto by the campfire. It's a really cool, haunting part. And the rest of the song is pretty upbeat and fun.
Yeah. No, it was in my head to ask you about that song, Hope Deferred.
Yeah, we can do Hope Deferred, and then we can do...
That's the first one I wrote the drums on.
Yeah, and then we...
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, start with Andrew, because you can say that.
Sure.
Please,
Are we recording?
Yep.
Yes.
See, I do boss everybody
we're
else.
always recording.
So Hope Deferred.
Hope Deferred is one of the first songs I got to write drums on, and the first time working with Jimmy on bass. It was fun because I knew he wanted a waltz beat, and I never got to play anything like that, so I kind of kept it simple and just, you know, ba 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 ba, and it kind of grew from there. It was kind of fun because we learned we could kind of work together.
Locking in. Deferred is great. It's my personal favorite song that's on the CD.
Yeah.
Just so emotional.
Got some crazy little tweedles in there.
Yeah. It's also one of the hardest SS Hanami song to play so far.
It's pretty confusing. It's I don't know what it is about it. It might just be the 3/4 timing.
For me, it's the jump from the D major to the C sharp diminish. That kills me.
Musicians out there?
Yeah.
Us writing Hope Deferred was sort of a like a new kind of benchmark for me, because at that point it was the most theatrical, expressive, emotional song we'd done. And so after we were done with it, we're like, wow, we need to step up our game because this is sort of a new level of songwriting. And it's funny because with another one of our songs, Another Yesterday, that's our most recent song that we've just written, we feel like we've done that again. Yeah.
Yeah, like I wasn't even in the band when these songs that are on the CD had been written. So
Yeah,
this is
Another
still-
Yesterday.
yeah.
And Nat came in with some great ideas and stuff. And,
Yeah.
oh god, that song came together so well.
Yeah, it's a really solid song.
This is now about Another Yesterday.
Yeah. That Another Yesterday, the reason why I say that's sort of another benchmark for us is because on our the two songs in the CD that have koto, Eternal Autumn and Yukimi, it's so like in Eternal Autumn there's sort of the rock part of the song and then the traditional Japanese koto part of the song. And then Yukimi doesn't have any guitar, bass, or drums that aren't Chinese drums, like sampled Chinese drums. So in Another Yesterday, what my goal was when I was working with Nat was to make a song that organically had the other three instruments and the koto working together as one unit, not rock section, koto section, rock section. And so you have the guitar, bass, drums, and koto all playing together. So,
All incorporated into one seamless song.
and it's just an incredibly emotional song.
It's the only song I ever play in drop C.
It's, yeah, the bass
Not
in
even drop
that
C,
song is just boom, boom. It's playing like subsonic notes, yeah. They like that song too.
Oh, yeah.
Fan base.
Oh my God, your fans are already going crazy.
Yeah, that's the line of people downstairs waiting to see us.
You guys better get on stage before you have an angry mob on your hands.
Yeah.